Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we will discuss absurdism in literature. In previous video I discussed about the absurdism in philosophy, so you can watch if you are interested. Absurdism in literature that is emerged in mid 20th century primarily influenced by existentialism and the philosophy of absurdism developed by Albert Camus. This literary genre explored the theme of absurd, depicting characters who grapple with the meaninglessness and irrational nature of human existence. Absurd literature often employ dark humor, irony, and unconventional narrative techniques to reflect the absurdity of life and the human condition. If we go to the background or the history of absurdism, we will find that it is traced back to mid 20th century, particularly in the aftermath of World War II. It is philosophical and literary movement that emerged in response to existential question and the horror of the war. The term absurdism was popularized by the French philosopher and writer Albert Camus, who played a significant role in shaping the movement's idea. Absurdism shares root with existentialism, a philosophical movement that emphasizes individual experience, freedom, and the subjective experience of the individual. Existentialism gained prominence in the 20th century, and it focused on human responsibility, freedom, the search for meaning in seemingly meaningless universe, laid to the foundation for absurdism. The devastation and the brutality of World War II left a profound impact on many intellectuals and artists of the time. Witnessing the atrocities and senseless violence of war led many to question the traditional belief about human progress, reason, and morality. The horror of the war contributed to a growing disillusionment with established norms and values. Nihilism and despair are also key factors that influence the development of absurdism. Nihilism is the belief that life lacks any inherent meaning or value, become a prevalent philosophical outlook during and after the war. The sense of despair and meaninglessness prevalent during this period provide a fertile ground for the emergence of absurdism. Absurdity of human condition is also another factor that contributes to the development of absurdism. Absurdism confronts the apparent clash between the human need for meaning and purpose and the universe's indifference to such desire. The absurdity arises from the tension between human quest for rationality and irrationality of the existence. This philosophical perspective was reinforced by the rise of scientific discoveries that challenged traditional religious and metaphysical belief. Absurdism found its expression not only in philosophy but also in theater and literature. Playwrights such as Samuel Beckett, Eugenia Ionesco, and Harold Pinter, among others, crafted works that showcase the absurdity and meaningless aspect of human existence. Their play often feature characters caught in repetitive, absurd situations, reflecting the larger existential themes. The philosophy of Albert Camus was the major influence that in the development of absurdism. Albert Camus was a French philosopher and writer, played a significant role in shaping absurdism because its philosophy is related to absurd, the absurdity, and the absurdism. His essays, especially The Myth of Sisyphus and his novels such as The Stranger and the Plague, explore the human condition in an undifferent universe, advocating for rebellious acceptance of the absurd. So we can say that absurdism emerged as a response to disillusionment and despair of the post war era. It offered an alternative perspective to traditional philosophical system by embracing the lack of inherent meaning in life and urging individuals to find their own meaning and purpose through rebellion and authenticity. Absurdism continues to be a significant philosophical and artistic movement, resonating with those who grapple with questions about the meaning of existence and human condition. Here are some key factors or characteristics and example of absurdism in literature. First is the sense of utility. Absurd work often present characters who are engaged in seemingly meaningless pursuit or trapped in repetitive absurd situation. The characters' effort and struggle are portrayed as futile, highlighting the existential dilemma of searching for purpose in senseless world. Al- Absurd literature frequently explore themes of alienation and isolation. Characters may feel disconnected from society and struggle to find meaningful connection with others. Absurd works are known for presenting bizarre and illogical scenarios and dialogues. These situations challenge the reader's understanding of reality and disrupt traditional narrative structure. Absurd literature often explore uses humor and irony to highlight the absurdity of life. The humor may be dark and satirical, underscoring the incongruity of human action and the universe indifference. Some absurd plays incorporate theoretical techniques that emphasize the artificiality of human behavior and societal norms. They, this can include breaking the fourth wall, unconventional staging, or use of absurd props. Absurd works frequently explores the concept of free will and the individual responsibility to create meaning in meaningless world. Characters may face choices that seem inconsequential or arbitrary, illustrate the difficulty of navigating life's inherent absurdity. Absurd literature often critiques conventional social, religious, and moral norms. It challenges the validity of established belief and questions the basis of societal structure. Here are some notable examples of absurd literature. First is Waiting for Godot by Samuel Beckett. It is a seminal absurdist play that follows two characters, Valdemar and Estragon, as they wait for a mysterious figure named Godot, who never arrived. Second is The Stranger by Albert Camus, a novel that explores the alienation and detachment of the main character from the events and emotions surrounding him. The last one is The Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. It is a novella that tells the story of Gregor Samsa, who wakes up one morning to find himself transforms into an insect, leading to absurd and tragic consequence. So we can conclude by saying this that absurd literature challenges readers to confront the uncertainties and absurdity of life, encouraging them to contemplate the meaning of existence and complex nature of human experience. So if thanks for watching. If you like this video, share and subscribe.